watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to Government.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knock Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knock 'em Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking 'em dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
How do you think the show went tonight?
Fantastic. It was like watching the real Meatloaf.
would do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything.
My favorite thing about it was how theatrical the entire thing was.
Been to about 150 shows in the villages. The only show as good as the show tonight was the last time they were here.
Band was great. Individual singing was great.
I saw the real Meatloaf 31 times. Spot on.
Freaking awesome.
I thought it was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
The show was absolutely amazing. Production, singing, fantastic.
I've seen a lot of tribute bands here, but this was the best one I've ever seen. I was crying, and I don't cry, I'm German.
I like how they interacted with the crowd. That was, something I never thought I'd be able to experience.
It was an amazing tribute to Meatloaf.
Once upon a time there was light in my life. Now there's only love in the dark.
I wasn't familiar with Meatloaf till tonight, and it's like, wow, what happened? How did I miss that era? So I'll definitely be listening to him some more.
That show was the most stunning musical, theatrical, and singing performance I have seen in an unbelievable amount of time. What an amazing performance.
What did you think of tonight?
Let me introduce you to Meatloaf. Thank you. Good night.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show. Thanks for joining us today. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. What a better way to start your weekend than hanging out with us today. The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show, we're coming at you live on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, Facebook, YouTube, all that social media stuff. Please share and on your social media pages. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows on the Gov's Comedy Club Podcast channel. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. I do have some legends in here. They're not necessarily Long Island, although Mom is from Long Island. But we have with us now. I'm already confused before I introduce you guys, because if I say Meatloaf, people are going to be like, "Well, he's dead." How do you distinguish? Because you're Meatloaf, MEET loaf, where he was, like the meat, like a burger, Meatloaf. But how do you you just say Meatloaf and let people
like you're meeting the loaf? You just met the loaf, so we're
meeting the
loaf.
loaf.
Meatloaf.
I'm laughing already. You're meeting the loaf. I like it. So we have with us Benny and Ariel from Meatloaf. You're meeting the loaves. Here they are, all the way from Florida, right? That's where you live, right?
Yep.
But you guys, I'm looking. Let's see. Here it is. I'm looking at your tour schedule. I mean, you guys are kicking. Now they have. How old's your daughter?
She's 5.5, but she's heard worse. She's definitely heard worse.
I don't want to be. They're kicking butt. You guys are. I mean, this tour schedule is insane. You guys. I mean, and what do? Just during the summer, so you can take your daughter with you?
It started out as a summer thing, and now we are officially full time on the road.
Nice.
In our RV. It's good stuff.
But what do you do as far as? Well, she has not in school yet, or is she?
Well, she's been homeschooling with Ariel and I.
It's about our 4th year now doing the national thing, and it started, like you said, about a month over summer, and now it's pretty much year round. So she is with us 24/7.
That is fantastic.
RV park to RV park.
Wow. And you must be really smart then if you're home teaching.
Oh, well, we're still finding it out.
Oh, all right, yeah, there we go. Oh, and there she is. There she is. Let me. You want me to get her on camera?
Yeah,
is that all right?
absolutely.
All right. Just want to make sure.
Harmony.
And she.
Come here.
There she is. Harmony, do you want to sit next to Mom? You want me to pull that chair up next to her?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. You got it.
This is Harmony Riot, ladies and gentlemen.
Harmony what?
Harmony Riot.
Riot.
The yin and the yang.
That's what I thought you said. Riot. Wow. Oh, you guys are real rock stars, man.
Oh man,
that's awesome. And a little, that's like an opposite though. The Harmony Riot.
That's right. That's right.
That's fantastic. Harmony Riot.
The yin and yang. Right?
Nice. Hi, Harmony Riot. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Is it cool going around with mom and dad in a mobile home, traveling all over the country and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. And I've seen on YouTube and on their website, they put you in their videos, and you've gone on stage, right? You sing sometimes.
At the end of the show, I go on stage.
Oh, at every show? Oh, is that cool?
Yes.
Yeah. And what do you sing?
Well, I don't sing. I say Meatloaf for Fleetwood Mac.
Oh,
so we're also in a Fleetwood
Right.
Mac tribute. Yes.
Wow.
So this is either Baby Loaf or Baby Mac right here.
That's funny, right? I bet everybody really claps and goes crazy when you come on the stage, right?
I also have a VIP necklace.
You have a VIP necklace. Wow, you're special.
She's a star.
Did you have to pay a lot of money for that VIP necklace?
Mom does.
So what do you do? What are you doing while they're on stage going crazy? Where are you during that time?
Well, we're at the merch table selling shirts.
Oh, you sell shirts? Oh, nice. Child labor. I like it.
That's right.
That's why we have kids. That's right.
That's it.
You make a lot of money selling the merch? Do mom and dad let you keep a lot of that money? I'm just being silly. Yeah, but I bet you have a great time, right? Yeah, very cool. And Mom, what's your shirt there? What do we got? Is that Frank Sinatra?
So this is Jonathan Groff performing as Bobby Darin. We just saw yesterday the show Just in Time.
Just in Time, a new musical. I'll be honest, I've not even heard of it. It's a Broadway show?
Broadway show.
Okay.
We actually witnessed their 100th show yesterday.
Oh, very nice.
Matinee performance.
So if you don't know, which you should, Jonathan Groff, I mean, he's the voice in Frozen. He's what's the name? Sven?
What's the name?
Kristoff.
Kristoff. So he's in the new Matrix. No spoiler alerts.
Matrix.
He's also in.
He was in Hamilton.
Yep.
He was in the original cast of Spring Awakening.
Oh, okay.
He's a superstar.
Yeah.
There's not many people that. I mean, obviously, I get inspired by quite a bit, but he's the one. He's like right now at the top of Mount Inspiration.
No kidding. And you went there specifically to see him?
Yes. And love Bobby Darin also. So to have
is that
combo
right?
is great.
Yeah. What is it? Bobby Darin's life story?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. And so it was good. It was a good show.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and if you don't know his life, there are some twists and turns in there. Pretty great.
Yeah. You saw it too? You thought it was amazing? Cool. Nice. But you probably did. You know who Bobby Darin was before you saw this show? No. Yeah.
You may have heard a couple songs, but not really, right?
Yeah.
Now we know.
Cool.
When she heard Splish Splash, she's like, "Oh my God, I knew that."
Right. Yep. That's cool. That's a great song. Nice. And so you saw the show, and then you spent the day in the city yesterday?
Yep. We got full, and they had to roll me out of there. Anytime we come to New York, my diet falls completely off the rails.
I hear you, pal. I'm with you.
My goodness. So, we had some Chinese food, and then we had a little pizza. We couldn't help ourselves. It is what it is.
Right. You got to enjoy New York City. You shouldn't help yourself. You should help yourself by going nuts.
My buttons are worried right now.
Well, it's this is all part of the product.
That's right.
So you can write all that food off.
That's right. I'm not lean loaf, so.
That's great. You have all these planned, don't you? Meet the loaf, lean loaf. Yeah. Now, do you guys? I got the impression, maybe I'm totally wrong, that you know him personally or no? I thought from the text that when you said you were going to see him, I thought you knew him. But
Jonathan Groff.
Yeah.
One can only dream.
Yeah, that's a dream weave right there.
Well, did anybody tell him that Lean Loaf was in the audience?
No. One day we might be able to perform with his genius.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
He's great.
Sure.
Intensity, passion.
Really?
He's great.
What is it, Jonathan? What?
Jonathan Groff.
All right. I got.
Everyone needs to know who this guy is if they don't know. He deserves.
Maybe I'll recognize him by face, but okay.
Yeah, just wait.
All right. I mean, yeah. The the rundown, his resume was pretty impressive. So, but no, I don't recognize him. Huh.
He's unreal.
All right, I believe you. All right, so let's get into this, the whole Meatloaf thing. All right, so give me the history, because I'm thinking when Bat Out of Hell came out, I don't think either one of you were born.
Yeah, I think I was, I don't know, 10 years after, give or take.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
So how did this happen?
You know, I was a screamo metal guy.
Oh, okay.
And a friend of mine who was in my band was in a few different tributes, and I was trying to get out of the bar cover scene, and he's like, listen, what do you think of Meatloaf? I'm like, I mean, my mom used to play me Meatloaf, and, you know, he's like, well, get a karaoke track, see what you can do. I put down my lyrics, my vocals, and, yeah, here we are. It's really weird. We both kind of fell into Meatloaf, not knowing that this is something that we would really, really love after a few years of really like ironing out the show. And
sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it started with a karaoke track.
Wow.
And then we met each other through Meatloaf, and now because we would do anything for love, we have a 5-year-old baby here sitting with us.
Wow. You're gonna throw these puns at me the whole time too? So you guys met through the band?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And but that's like the opposite of Bat Out of Hell.
Yes.
'Cause you're trying to get rid of her the whole
Paradise,
time.
like you'll see at the end of the show, I basically want to kill her at the end of the day.
But it must be nice, because when Meatloaf did Paradise, and I know you guys do it too. Spoilers, sorry. You guys, Meatloaf would grab the girl and start kissing her. So that's
right.
kind of cool. Is that how it happened? You guys were reenacting that? You like fell in love?
What are your thoughts?
You just felt it. You saw the fireworks when he kissed you. Like, oh, this is amazing.
There was a sense of knowing him the moment we accidentally met prior to our first rehearsal.
It's true.
So my dad is a keyboard player, and he's been in the South Florida cover scene.
Plays with
bands.
Nico McBrain.
Oh,
drummer from
really?
Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
He's a great keyboard player.
So I grew up, sitting in with his bands at 12, 13 local venues, bars, and he was contacted for this project when it was first this idea with the same demo that Benny was talking about.
Okay.
And he was not interested. I know they were the guitarist at the time, the original guitarist, was recruiting all the members, and when my dad had said he wasn't interested but knew that they were looking for the female vocalist, he recommended me, which was how I was contacted by the guitarist. And I had done one tribute show with him. We were in a Pat Benatar Heart.
Oh,
It was called
nice.
Iconic Women of Rock when I was 17. So I had already kind of been in the tribute world a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was contacted by the original guitarist, and I said, I'm not really sure. I don't know. I've never heard of this music. It sounds a little cheesy to me. I'm not sure I'm going to be into it. I talked to my dad, and he was like, Ariel, you should really do it. It would be a great opportunity. Thank you. She's proud of me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he said, I think it'd be great to network, whatever, great experience. So I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. But really what sold me on being interested was listening to the demo and comparing to this Meatloaf singer. I'm like, wow, that's not the real singer. This is some guy singing his song. So I saw the potential in it just with that demo.
Okay.
Jumped onto learning the material. There was a rehearsal set up, but what was weird in our journey was that we accidentally ran into each other at Cheers in Fort Lauderdale.
I was a karaoke host for the longest time.
Oh, wow.
And she just so happened, the day before our first rehearsal, I thought she was recruiting me. So I'm like, oh, hey, there you are. What's going on? You want to take a picture? And I took a picture. We took a selfie. I sent it to my guitarist. She had no clue who I was.
Okay.
And I'm like, because I recruited her, and I'm like, wow, maybe she's coming to recruit me. That's kind of smart, you know?
Just scout you out.
It's just synchronistically. She showed up at Cheers in Fort Lauderdale out of nowhere. She's like, okay, I'm going to go to Cheers that night. And that was the day before our first rehearsal.
And she was coming to audition the next day at the rehearsal?
Correct.
And neither one of you knew that did you walk in and you walked in not knowing he's the Meatloaf guy?
I never would go out to bars. I happened to have a certain friend in town that night, and I knew of a few spots. I'm like, I'm going to show my friend.
Cheers is open till like 4 a.m.
Right, and we
so
had
it's
gone
like
to
people funnel in there.
Yeah, we went to 2 different other places. I'm like, what other place do I know of around here that would be open really late as like a third place to show my friend? So we just happened to walk in there for karaoke.
Wow.
So he, I guess, was in his mind thought it was me coming to scout him out.
Right.
I didn't know who he was. I'm like, oh, we're taking a selfie. Sure, let's take this picture. And then when it hit me the next day, when we had the rehearsal, I'm like, oh, you were the guy at the bar. And it all came together.
Oh, that's kind of weird. It's
crazy.
But in that moment, too, of us meeting that night and the selfie, and I was a little out of it, but there was a moment of looking in his eyes, kind of recognizing, like, there's something I know about you and your soul and your energy that this is, I almost foresaw everything that came to be without really seeing anything, if that makes sense.
So seeing all that, being out of it, basically you're telling us because your mother and daughter are here, you're basically just saying you were, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, at the time, younger
I'm
yet.
teasing.
No, that's true. She's got plenty of stories, but we'll keep her on.
Not yet. She grabbed the mic once. She's dying to get up here and tell us some
she
stuff.
should.
Yeah, we'll do that. I think we'll do that at some point.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I don't want to, but I don't want to. No, if it's going to embarrass you, we won't do it. I like having fun, but I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable.
I'm all about fun. She's welcome.
And then, but all right. So your dad recommended you, but then when he realized, wait a minute, she's got to make out with this guy on stage, was he like, no way?
He's all for, like, this is a great opportunity.
Okay.
I don't know if he quite envisioned that, but he knew it would be a vocal challenge. He's been one to, I'll complain, like, I don't know, this sounds like it might be too high vocally for me. Can I handle this role? And he, he's like, you could do it. Don't change
I don't even know if he thought it through because, listening, when I first decided I was going to be in this project, I Do Anything for Love, and maybe The Rearview Mirror, maybe Bat Out of Hell. Those are the 3 I knew. Paradise, which is the most popular, I had never seen. So when I was listening to it, I couldn't envision what the video obviously would be like with all the kissing and stuff. So I didn't even know what I was getting into until we started like watching the video. I'm like, wow, I'm going to have to do this on stage, huh? Okay. Interesting.
He probably did, and we just didn't know.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely from the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. It is, like you said, a little corny, and really, I mean, it's got a great sound. We mentioned, Todd Rundgren, he did such a super job, but it is, the songs themselves are very Broadway-ish. So it is a very theatrical album, and even throughout his career, I think he kind of, whether he's working with Jim Steinman or not, he still kind of went for that style throughout the whole time.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, if you're able to sing Heart, I would think this stuff, I mean, you tell me, I mean, I would think this stuff is not as hard as singing Heart.
Yeah, in hindsight, now that I've forced myself into tackling those vocal parts that I was scared of, and we do also some other tough vocals like Bonnie Tyler, because
Jim Steinman,
right? Total Eclipse of the Heart. So
and
that's
then
another.
the Celine Dion, It's All Coming Back to Me Now,
which Meatloaf did eventually record.
Correct.
Yeah.
I know a little bit.
You're doing it.
I'm trying. Shit, what was I going to say? I was going to ask you another question. We're talking about the vocal.
Heart. Is tougher.
Speaking of Broadway, this is years ago. I went to see a show once, and Ellen Foley was the female lead in the show.
Wow.
And I mean, she's known for singing.
She's the original voice.
And then she was on Night Court for a short time.
Wow.
But yeah, those are her 2 big claim to fame. But I remember thinking that, this is the Meatloaf girl.
Right.
So I was thrilled.
That's cool.
So this is kind of weird. So you do a Fleetwood Mac thing, but there's like Fleetwood Mac-ish type soap opera stuff here. The
love
band member. Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, but I want to talk about, which I'm going to get back to, the other bands that you guys have. But you're talking about laying down the demos and to the instrumental tracks, because you do sound a lot like him when you sing. Just happened to be that way, or did you actually work on it?
I worked very hard on it. I have a tendency to be able to mimic certain artists.
Like who?
Lindsey Buckingham, I get very close
to. Let's hear it right now.
Oh no! Oh no! And I had originally, I have a phoenix here, but originally underneath it was a lyrebird, and Lyre. If you go type in lyrebird on the YouTube, it's just this bird that can mimic chainsaws in the forest, and just anything it hears, it mimics. So I'm not that good, but I get pretty close to people that I study.
Okay.
But Meatloaf is definitely one of those.
Saying Stained. Aaron Lewis?
Aaron Lewis, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
she knows her music.
She does.
You guys are doing it right. That's awesome.
But yeah, so with Meatloaf, it definitely ended up a natural fit, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
The title track, Bat Out of Hell, I mean, that song in itself, vocally is tough.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he... recording it was probably a lot easier than live. Live is just another animal running around, and I don't know what he was thinking making it 10 minutes long. Meatloaf, what were you thinking?
Steinman,
Todd Rundgren, maybe. They're intense. All the songs are super intense. Even the ballads are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That album, probably one of the perfect albums.
It's 100 million worldwide sold.
Is that right? Yeah.
It's crazy. Pretty sure that beats Rumors out.
Does it? Yeah. Wow. Look at
it's
you.
one of the best of all time.
Dissing the Mac, and that's part of your paycheck, pal. Don't diss the Mac.
I know, man. It's it's nuts. It's Fleetwood. On stage, it's great, and people love the catalog. So we're on stage doing our thing, and people love it. But Meatloaf is just such a show.
Yeah.
That we'll have both shows in one night, and whoever's buying us is like, okay, so Fleetwood's going to close the night, and we're like, have you seen the energy of Meatloaf?
Yeah.
It does not work closing with Fleetwood.
Really?
It's just such a great show. Meatloaf is really it's an epic show.
Sometimes you guys will do both in one night.
Oh yeah.
Like what's the name of the Fleetwood Mac band?
It's actually Fleetwood Mac, but it's FLEAT. Please don't sue us. No suing, please.
And they're money hungry, that band. Yes. So be careful.
So it's Fleet and Meat. It's a delicious night of
mac and cheese,
70s rock.
Mac and cheese. Oh my
Meatloaf and ketchup.
So you guys must be exhausted at the end of the night. I didn't realize you were doing both in one night sometimes.
Yes.
Holy moly.
It's intense.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking, what, a 4-hour night or at least 3 hours?
Yeah, sometimes it's 60-60, but we have done 90-90s. Saturday we'll be in Connecticut, and we're doing 2 Meatloaf shows, full Meatloaf shows back to back.
Wow.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
All right, so you're upset about eating in New York? That's going to be gone, man.
So I kind of level out.
Yeah.
I can eat like an animal and then do the shows, and it's balancing, thankfully.
Jeez. Wow.
No shows, and I would probably be, putting another extra 100 on there.
Right. And now, both bands are, it's not just, I'm assuming the whole band is both, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Interoperable.
Wow.
Yep.
Big word.
Yes. I'm trying.
You're doing.
Wow, man. I'm jeez. Yeah, so all you guys, and I'm assuming you're Stevie Nicks.
Yes.
Right. You do the blonde wig and all?
I have, yes. It's been up until this point. Recently, we're considering
our last show. We actually
we did for the first time. Yeah.
She looks witchy with the black.
I see. Okay.
And we talk a lot about, and in the midst of the show, we'd like to give the essence of Fleetwood Mac and still give a little bit of our own modern flair to it.
Good idea.
I think when we were talking about Bat, your approach to Bat brings a little bit of that screamo element in there too, plus still being true to the original Meatloaf vocals.
So are we spotlighting some Buckingham Nicks now that the album's coming out?
That's so funny. Only if we can do that naked cover that they both did, where she's and I'm kind of like bare chested.
Well, what do you mean?
Make it happen. Have you seen that cover?
No, I know the cover. I love that. It's one of my favorite albums. But I'm confused. You mean like do that how? Like on stage?
Just as a parody. Maybe. Yeah, who knows?
All right.
Well, promotional
just roll
purposes,
us out.
marketing, little rebranding.
All right. Come see them naked.
That's
That's a great album. And Fleetwood Mac fans are going nuts. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks, before they joined Fleetwood Mac, they made an album together called Buckingham Nicks. Actually, Mick Fleetwood heard that album and then said, I need people in my band. Because for those of you who don't know, Fleetwood Mac was around for 10 years before Buckingham Nicks even joined, but things weren't going well, so Mick happened to hear this album and grabbed a hold of these guys, and then the rest is history. But that album, they put it out as an album, 74, 75, whatever it was, and it didn't do anything. It didn't do anything for them, and the album has never seen the light of day since. Like, it's never been released on CD, it's never been available for streaming, nothing, until just this week. They announced they're putting it out in September. But I'm mad. There's no bonus stuff. There's no live stuff, no demos, no nothing. It's just the album. I was hoping for a big box set. I bought that album on bootleg years ago. What a great album.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac heads are going crazy. So yeah, you should throw one in.
They eat it up.
I'm here for you. I'm telling you.
So we do have a surprise for the Meatloaf show. We might throw a song for a very special couple out there that requested a Fleetwood tune. So
where are we? For tomorrow night?
I think so.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Tomorrow night they're playing here on Long Island, which is fantastic. And last I heard, I think Steve asked me to come, so I think I'm going to be there.
Very cool.
I'm looking forward to this.
Just don't touch me afterwards because I am going to sweat all over you. I become a mess.
You do not have to worry about that.
But I'll hug you if you want. You can hug.
I don't know if they have a shower there, but it is. I think it is supposed to rain, so maybe we'll just throw you outside after.
Oh man, I hope so.
Yeah, then I'll hug you after you're cleaned up.
Okay.
You look beautiful. I love it.
Wow.
Did you just do that yourself? Nice.
She's blushing.
It's gorgeous.
Now, what is South Florida Fair Classic Rock Tribute Band Competition first place winner?
You know what's funny? So we went in there. It was actually I think it was 10 bands, something like that. Meatloaf and Fleetwood Mac, both of our bands performed, and Meatloaf won 1 and Fleetwood won 2. So we won first and second in the competition.
That's crazy. Now, did the people running the contest, did they know it was the same people?
Oh yeah.
So they didn't care.
Yeah, no,
did they?
Well, at first they didn't, and when we went there, they were like, "Oh." I mean, it's obvious now, but once we got up there and did what we did, it's just the music and yeah, we do each catalog well.
Okay.
Each band well.
So again, we showed all the crazy amount of touring you guys are doing, and some of the dates. I mean, it was mostly MEET.
Yep.
But there are also some FLEAT.
Yep.
How do you decide? Is it just a matter of what they ask for?
It's whatever I can get whenever we can get. So if someone contacts me for a weekend and it's one show, I try to pitch the Fleetwood, and if not, I'll try to put. Obviously, having a Meatloaf and a Meatloaf is easier for everybody. We have it's like a football team, so we have 2 or 3 strings at every position.
Right. Okay.
And our starting keyboardist, let's say, is our backup for Fleetwood. So starter for Meatloaf, backup for Fleetwood, but our McV in Fleetwood is our backup for Meatloaf. So it becomes really crazy if we try to do Meet and Fleet. So we try to do Meet and Meet the most of the time, but Fleetwood it sells well and and we do well with it. Yeah.
But that definitely gets tricky because then you got to fly them out, and they I guess have to get paid either way, and that's tricky.
Yeah, so
I give you credit.
We are basically promoting the whole tour. So ourselves, we're funding the tour, we're managing the tour, we're agents of the tour. So it's many hats.
Well, but at the end of the day, that's nice because then you don't have a manager to pay except yourselves. So
correct.
That's nice. Yeah.
Correct.
I hear you. I run a comedy troupe, and same thing. No management, no nothing. It's all me.
Yep. Want it done right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yourself.
Yes. That's the truth. And even like you're driving the RV. If we have an out-of-state show, I'm driving the rental van, and
I'm bus driver also.
Yep.
And
I hear you.
Right before the shows, I'm doing the chefing. I'm unleashing the oil. So it's like every 3,000 miles, which seems like it's every few days now.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just I'm constantly working.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Well, that's what I always say though. That I'm getting paid for babysitting the actors, and I'm sure there's a lot of babysitting involved. Yes.
We love our band.
I'm sure you do, and I love my guys, but there's definitely babysitting.
My goodness.
But yeah, so I'm getting paid to set up the shows, to take everybody, babysit their issues, figure it all out. I get paid, but also the shows is also a payoff because the business end I can't stand, but I could go up there every night and do my show.
That's the freedom.
Yeah.
And and I'm assuming it's the same with you guys.
Absolutely.
and even though I get a lot of cover bands in here, I get a band in here. My show is every day, Monday through Friday, and usually at least once a week I get a band in, and a lot of them are cover bands. Is it ever frustrating to play other people's material, or you're just happy to be out there? Or maybe sometimes it's both?
Great question.
Oh, thanks.
What's funny is before the tribute stuff, I was writing a lot of songs. And
okay.
Then we had these things called bills.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what? I don't know if I could pay the bills with what we've got going on, so we switched lanes and started doing the tribute thing. It's just synchronicity that you bring that up. About a week ago, we did a show with our corporate band. So we have another band that's called Resonance.
Right,
Which is,
okay.
So I'm Benny Resonance. This is Ariel Resonance. It's our last name as well. So we did a show in Kane, Pennsylvania called Squatch Fest. Sasquatch comes down from a UFO. It's
What?
Amazing. But the owner, we've been doing it for 4 years. First we did it with Meatloaf. He's actually the guy who sparked everything. So his name is Lowell Watts, and the Watts family, they're amazing. Kane Family Drive-In in Pennsylvania. He gave, when Meatloaf died, we were doing Meatloaf since, I don't know, for about 8 years now. But 4 years ago when Meatloaf passed, he gave me a call and he's like, hey, we would love to get out. I'm a huge Meatloaf fan. So he was the divine spark to get us out of Florida.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, I got to build something around this. And first tour we had, 8 shows, second tour 16, 32, and now we've got, a lot of shows. Anyway, so my guitarist, about a month before Squatch Fest, we were doing a Fleetwood show in Dallas and my guitarist for soundcheck is playing the song. I'm like, is that my original? Is that Break Free? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, I didn't even know we had it.
Wow.
So he's like, I would love to play for Squatch Fest. So the first time ever in my life we performed, an original in front of the crowd, and it was amazing. And seeing the crowd and all the sound guys were like, "You're holding out on me. What are you doing?" Like, that's amazing. So it's definitely something that we would love to do. And I have a lot of songs, and it just seems like I'm that guy who writes songs that no one ever hears. I feel like
that's a lot of people, though, unfortunately.
Yeah. So they collected dust, and fortunately, one song got the dust blown off about a week ago. It was amazing.
Oh, it's the Squatch Fest?
Squatch
that was
Fest.
just a week ago.
So we did a bunch of covers.
Yeah. So it wasn't a Fleetwood or Meatloaf. You guys went there as residents.
Yeah, so the first year we did Meatloaf. Second year we were headlining
that's right.
for
You said
Fleetwood.
that. Sorry.
And then we did Resonance last year, and he knows we have for our corporate band, we have 300 songs.
Wow.
So,
all
or
covers.
More. Yes.
Yeah.
So we did a brand new set list besides, what was it, the one that he wanted? Magic
Power.
Magic Power. So we brought that one back. So she crushes that.
Nice.
So out of all the covers, I was like, hey, can we do an original? He's like, of course, I would love that.
Nice.
We did an original. It was the first time ever, actually
Good for
having the fan reaction with it, and that's the dream.
Did you tell the audience this is an original? Or
Yeah,
you did?
yeah.
Okay. And they were receptive?
Yeah,
Nice.
it was great. It's kind of in the vein of a Linkin Park screamo kind of.
I mean, we have a guitar there if you ever wanted to, try it out.
All right.
Just throwing it out there. I tell a lot of tribute bands that. You know what? In the middle of your set, just tell them it's a deep cut and play one of your originals.
I love that.
Like Mike Del Judas. Do you know him?
Love him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I've been saying that to him for years. Just stick in one of your originals. I mean, it's almost Billy Joel style.
Yeah.
So just stick it in the middle of the show. Say it's a Billy Joel deep cut. Nobody knows. And then tell them after it's an original.
Sure.
But
who was that? Oh, that was Mike's song.
Right.
Mike who? That's
Exactly. Me. Yeah. Mike's fantastic. And I'm going to suggest, too, not that you asked, but do an original no matter what band you're playing, what you are that night, stick the original in, and then have it out there in the merch. Get the CD out there and let them buy it.
People have asked, like after our Meatloaf shows. I think mostly after the Meatloaf, people seem interested that are already fans of what we do that way. Like, do you have any originals, or even the Meatloaf? They want to hear our version recorded. They ask for CDs.
Live, yeah.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
It seems like there is an interest.
I mean, yeah. Why not, right?
Yeah.
I one of my best friends is is in England, and he does a Billy Joel show there. And it's not really a tribute show. He calls it the Billy Joel Songbook. And he thinks Billy Joel is the greatest singer-songwriter ever.
So does her dad.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, and mom.
You do too, yeah? Yo, you and me, we're going to go to England. We're going to go see that show.
No, don't tell me twice.
But yeah, so he's not doing a tribute show. And he talks a lot. It's a theater show. He explains why he thinks Billy Joel is the best. And he'll, maybe of a song he's not playing, he'll just give a quick example and whatnot. But it gets a little tricky because he had to pay royalties because he's performing this music, and he did. He put out a live album, put out a CD, but he also on his website, because iTunes and all them, they don't pay squat.
Yeah.
So he just set it up on his website. If you want, almost like iTunes, you can download and you could buy one song if you want. He also set up a thing. He put out the CD, and he's still putting some out. He put out some original material, but now he did some full album shows of Billy Joel. He's covered every album at this point, and he's slowly releasing them all on CD. But he's done this thing where you have three choices. You get the same CD no matter what, but you could pay, and I'm giving examples. I don't remember what his prices are, but you can pay $5, you pay $10 or $15, whatever you feel like giving, because he put the time in to make these albums. That you pay whatever it is, and so you can so there's like this tier thing. It's the same product, no matter which one you're buying, but it's just whatever you can afford. I'll take it no matter what.
Independent, man, independent artists. That's where it's at.
Absolutely. So, and I don't know. You guys are all over the country, so you'd know better than me. But in my opinion, Long Island is the tribute mecca. There's so many tribute acts, which is fun. But sometimes I'm like, I'm a big rock and roll fan.
Sure.
I get a little bummed out. Like, I'm curious. I want to hear an original from this guy. I want to hear what he's got, or she's got. Excuse me, but I want to hear what they're doing. And even like a lot of these artists, when they hit their peak, a lot of people don't care what they're doing after. Like, I love what guys are doing now. Like, I'm always buying the new albums and stuff, but yeah, I feel it's kind of lost. And
man, the ultimate goal for everyone in our band is just creating. Let's do what they did for Yellow Brick Road. Go get a house somewhere in the woods, stay together, and make it happen. Yep. So that's
Ranch.
the ultimate. That's the ultimate goal.
I think too there is something to say about the feeling of probably all of us in the cover tribute world at a certain point where you're questioning yourself, or should I feel shame around this because this isn't my original music, and we've each grappled with that, I think, to some extent, but the way I've processed it over the years and truly feel I don't know, I guess there's been a transformation around it for me, is looking at certain movies where you have an actor that's playing a role of someone's life, or this show that we just saw yesterday, Jonathan Groff doing such a magnificent job portraying Bobby Darin and telling the story of his life, and it brings that magic of whoever that is to a younger audience, a newer generation. You have again that your own modern flair interpretation when you approach it later on. So the reactions that we have doing the Meatloaf, sometimes doing the Fleetwood, it happens a lot for sure for the Meatloaf, but after the shows, fans are coming up crying, they want to meet, autographs, the whole thing, being esteemed as, very close to, and just bringing that music back to them that was so nostalgic, or that was so, important to them at a certain time in their lives.
Keeping it alive.
And I mean, to know that we are in some way a part of that reaction or that emotional experience for people. Like, what else is there? And there might be more. And what else is there? The original music, and our journey will continue to evolve in that way. Exactly, and you get to autograph too. Yeah, she does. And they want her autograph, which is so awesome. But yeah, beyond that, though, I think just knowing and holding that, we've each seen and felt that. I'm hopeful that our whole band, feels similarly with that sort of realization.
And I'm sure as much as you want to get your originals out there, this I'm sure beats quote unquote a real job, right? 9 to 5, any day, any day.
And you know what? I mean, being able to perform and being able to travel with the family and prop up or carry the flame or the torch for Meatloaf fans and Meatloaf himself, and it's a blessing. It really is.
This might be a little dark, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Sure.
Did you guys get more gigs after he passed? Like, did that kind of help you guys?
We did. I feel like
there was COVID in the midst of that time too, right? That was
so we were primarily Florida. COVID hit. All of our gigs dropped off the map.
Sure.
A year later, Meatloaf passed, and I think it was a mixture of me being a new dad.
Okay.
And feeling a sense of, all right, we're about to leave Florida. We need to make something happen. I basically knocked on every single door, sent email, got ghosted, just constant ghosting.
I'm sure, yeah.
The first tour when we had 8 shows, I'm like, God, it's 8 shows. It's crazy. I think it's a mixture of being a new dad and having that I need to provide for my family, and also, that all right, we're now leaving Florida. I don't want to leave my guys. I don't want to give them $500 and then we go back home.
Yeah, sure.
So, there's a little mixture. And then, yes, him passing. I got some phone calls, received some phone calls, and, Meatloaf is definitely niche. And I would also say that one of my favorite things to do, because we are a Fleetwood Mac tribute, people come out to see both. They don't know what to expect from Meatloaf, and Fleetwood fans it's just a different bunch, a different bunch of fans. So when they come to see Meatloaf, they're not really excited, and to be able to 180 them
that's cool.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
And it happens very, very frequently, and it's I love it.
Well, and hats off to you, because it's your performance and both of you singing so well that they appreciate the tunes but you can really showcase your vocal style or your vocal range, how well you can sing.
It's like, so Fleetwood is a band, right? With Meatloaf, it is a show.
Right, yeah.
Theatrical, heartfelt, emotional roller coaster. You're going to feel everything. People are going to cry. They're going to laugh. It's amazing, that what we're bringing with Meatloaf. And I love Fleetwood Mac, but it's like I'm up there, kind of feel like the Beatles, you're playing music, you're singing music. Meatloaf is like Broadway.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. So, and I've seen on your website, you actually have this, I just saw for Meatloaf, you actually have the songs that you do listed. So, no disrespect to Meatloaf, but he's not really, like, other than Bat Out of Hell and then the top 40 hits, he's really, like, people aren't seeking out his deep cuts like they might for you get. I'm sure you get some percentage of Fleetwood Mac fans looking to hear something that that's not one of the greatest hits.
And what's crazy is Fleetwood, you go to their Seaside and it's still like a massive hit. Like, they just have so many hits.
Well, true, right.
And with Meatloaf, yes, at first we were playing like a lot of deep cuts, and then we're like, all right, we have to do all of Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah.
And then people don't realize how prolific, if you don't know who Jim Steinman is, you should. Extremely prolific songwriter, and we do now Total Eclipse of the Heart, and it's all coming back to me now, and we're adding Holding Out for a Hero, which is also another Bonnie Tyler.
I forgot about that one.
So it's and then you add some of the Rocky Horror Picture Show in there, and now it's every single song we do you'll know, or be like, wait a second, I do know this song.
Yeah, right. Right.
So at first we were doing a lot of deep cuts, and it didn't have the payoff that you would hope. Right. From learning, 12-minute song. But now it's every song is a hit.
And all right, so let me go back. I want to go back a little bit. So you're talking about knocking on every door and whatnot. So that's very curious to me, because in this day and age of social media, and we were talking before we went on the air about there's so many tribute bands. a lot of tribute bands just, for the same artist. I mean, this is Billy Joel country.
Yep.
And, there's, I think we're in double digits just on Long Island, the amount of tribute acts that are Billy Joel. There's several Tom Pettys. It's flooded. So it must have been the hustle to get the name out and to get it going must have been a big struggle. It might even still be a bit of a hustle, I would think.
It's better now. Back then, everybody was a naysayer when we started. They're
Sure.
like, listen, there's not many hits. What are you going to do? Like 30 minutes of Meatloaf that people know?
Right,
and,
right.
It was a pure. It was a extreme struggle.
How did you convince them when people are saying, "What are you going to do? 30 minutes?" How did you convince them?
Well, just come see the show.
Oh, okay.
Just come see
That
it.
pulling Steinman too, the Jim Steinman
Yes.
reach, because he did write Bat Out of Hell, and so anything else he touched that are these big hit songs now are part of that show. So that's been a big selling point.
Okay.
We're not just, even though we're called Meatloaf, we're
Right.
a tribute to Meatloaf and the music of Jim Steinman.
Right.
It's kind of the
yeah, they're so in sync. It totally makes sense. It'd be weird not to do it.
Right.
Really, yeah.
I do think having the promo was very helpful.
Okay.
So just to show the buyers, like, hey, we're legit.
Right.
You can't just have a static image of, whatever we have Bat Out of Hell, and I'm up there doing whatever I'm doing on it, and people need to buy it or not buy it. With the video, it shows you a little glimpse into, the testimonials that are on there with people really passionate about the
Sure,
show.
yeah.
But you could see what we do and how we do it, and then coming to see the show, it's another experience altogether.
Word of mouth, is that still the strongest selling point for you?
In Florida, yes.
Florida, okay.
Outside of Florida, it seems like our promotion, we do a 50-mile radius around, and there are some pretty rabid Meatloaf fans around, specifically the Northeast, some in the Midwest.
Right.
So I think, the promotion with the video and then the word of mouth after that. So we'll go to a venue first, usually do okay or a little better than the venue wanted, so we'll always get back, and then when we come back, then it gets flooded.
Okay.
So the word of mouth always helps for the second show.
And we're at 452 5-star reviews on our Facebook page, so that's definitely something that helps, and that we ask if you feel so moved after the show, we would appreciate.
I try to do social media, but I have no idea how, when to post, who to tag, all hashtags. Like I'm an idiot in general.
I'm with you.
But,
she crushes that.
But I would think 452. I mean, to me, that's quite the number.
Yeah, if you go and you look at some of the bands that have like 30,000 followers, 40,000 followers, they have like 50 reviews.
Right.
We have, I think, 6,000 followers, but 500 plus.
Which
really
is
dedicated
for the people really paying attention. That's the more important part.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's impressive. And so if you're going out to, so you're based in Florida, but if you're going to go Ohio, like are you just picking random places to call and say, hey, we're a Meatloaf thing. Would you like to?
I would say right now it's a 50-50. At first, I was picking random everything and anywhere we could go.
Really?
Like, hey, and then, I got one now, let's try to build around it. Now it's a 50-50 where they'll call me and say,
that's nice.
We saw your video,
yeah.
We've heard about your show, and then I'll try to build around that. So the 50-50 is very helpful now.
Do you ever, like, if you're performing, say, in Ohio, do you ever say to them, hey, you know anybody in Indiana? And maybe they'll hook you up, or...
So it's weird. It doesn't happen that often, but we just did a show in Lexington, Michigan.
Okay.
And some guy at the end of the show, love him to death, but he's like, I can get you a show. And I'm like, okay, great. I've heard that before. Yeah. And he got us a show. So it happens. I would say one out of every 300 or 400 fans that say it.
All right.
It's
a gig.
The venues too, like they're in association with other venues.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
We get a little bit of that too.
Yeah, even here. I mean, these guys own 3 comedy clubs here on the island, but they know, Governors Presents, a show in Jersey or someplace, and they'll make it all work. Yeah. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Let's do it.
What happens, because you guys are married, you're also performing together, you're traveling together. Like, do you guys ever fight about what's going to happen on stage, or do you ever perform while you guys are mad at each other?
So let me just say,
yes and yes.
The live performance is really love and hate. It's truly love and hate. But we have a really great working relationship where obviously there's disagreements all the time, and we find our way around whatever that is. Hey,
look who's here.
The Dream Weavers.
Long Island traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The man.
Steve in the house.
Let me fix the camera angles here.
High five, air high five. Bang.
Hello. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Nice. All right.
This is normally where I sit, so.
That has become like your unofficial spot there. All right, hang on. So let me. I'm just fixing the camera angles here so we can see your money makers. All right, let me get rid of that one. So all right, so you're perfect timing because we were just getting into the nitty gritty of stuff of what it's like for them to work together, even if they get mad at each other or something while they're.
Oh yeah.
So the part in Paradise when they kiss each other, does that ever like you guys are in the middle of a fight, you're doing the show, and then you do the kiss, and like now everything is good again because you kissed live on stage.
Good.
By that point in the show, because it is in the latter portion of the show, if there were to be any sort of issue, we almost have a way of telepathically working it out through the show, through our way of.
Wow, yeah, that's quite the answer right there.
Through the eyes, through the expressions, and a lot of it too is channeling. Whatever it is that we're experiencing to our benefit. At least I know I'll speak for myself that way. If there's an anger, I'm now channeling that within the role of the anger and frustration with the lack of commitment or whatever is going on with the character within the show. Again, it is very Broadway.
It becomes
we're
a
acting.
Release, like that aggression on stage.
It can
is the
fuel
release
the show too.
For sure.
It can fuel the authenticity even of what is felt and perceived by the audience. And there have been times too, I would say almost every show, there's someone that says, no way, I felt that you guys were married, and then when you said it, I couldn't believe I was right, or whatever. So a lot of the chemistry, it is very real, and we try to, put it all out there.
Nice.
In a way that's helpful for the show, for sure.
How's that for an answer?
Good.
Cow.
That's why. Go ahead. You got this.
All right, now I want to get to Stephen in a second, but before I do that, we're talking about being married and performing together and whatnot. So, how is it bringing your mother-in-law around on all these things?
You should ask her, mother-in-law. You wanna?
And we've got both mamas. We've got Benny's mom who flies out to watch.
Oh, is that right?
Harmony and sell merch, as well as my mom. They're back
it's a
and
family
forth
affair. Very nice.
So how do you feel about coming out on the road and watching the shenanigans play out?
I feel sorry for them.
Oh God!
They work
Why did
so
we ask
hard.
her?
It's not even the on stage, which is unbelievably insane, but there's so much work behind the scenes that nobody really knows. Like from cleaning the band's laundry, like they really do everything. It's insane. It really is crazy. And the thing is, they really love being able to experience life on the road too. So taking the time to do everything for the band, and it never stops. Benny's had to say, look, I'm with my daughter on her birthday. I cannot talk to you right this minute. Give me a couple hours. That's how rough it is all the time.
Sure.
But they also like to take her to parks, and like every state park and what's the other one, state and national?
National Park.
Like Yellowstone.
We go to all of them. And try
Very
to give
nice.
her all those experiences that you should never get in a regular, typical school.
Right.
And that's the only reason why, I'm all for it. I see what kind of kid she is, and I've always wanted my daughter. I always wanted her to be on Broadway, but this is really good. I'm really happy as long as she's happy. And
Of course.
I get all the people coming up to us at the merch table, and they're like, "Is that the same band?" Sometimes when they play together, I told you it was her. And them and their husbands will have fights about it. But it's exhausting too, chasing after this one. And
Do you travel the whole time with them?
no, I
you
don't.
Oh,
I
she.
could do that, but I come out when I can.
Oh, did you hear that? She said she wishes. She said,
Oh,
very nice.
nice.
Well, she's scoring points with everybody today, man. She's doing well.
I'm a cool mom. I taught her all about the music from day one.
Oh, yeah?
And the hunger for travel too. Road trips
Okay.
galore growing up. So
All right.
we both
Even
have
just
that
road
wanderlust.
trips. We
Yeah.
always did stuff like that. It's important.
It's
tough.
But I don't want to leave out the fact that I think it's this fall. There's going to be a Laurie's Ark show, correct?
There is.
Okay, tell us about that. Well, first remind us, because it's been a while. It's good to see you both, by the way. But remind everybody what Laurie's Ark is.
So it is.
And there is.
Headphones?
Well, not those, but right behind you, Lori. Right behind you. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Right there. You don't. I don't want you to mess up your hair, but just use the mic if nothing else.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Let me see which
We
one.
just got the hair done.
Oh,
Yes.
looks lovely.
We?
I dropped her off.
Good job.
That was his
I was the
portion.
driver for the hairdo.
Okay, go ahead.
So simply, Lori's Ark is a nonprofit that I created. I've been doing rescue pretty much my entire life, and it was something that I finally had the wherewithal to finally say, let me just do this. I've been wanting to do it.
Nice.
I made it official, so it's been a little over a year now, and we don't have a brick and mortar as of yet. Mostly it's just fostering and working in between different communities and organizations, other nonprofits that I work with. Lots of times we have fundraisers and concerts and auctions and things like that, and I pick different charities that I deem worthy, that are doing the same things that we are, which is essentially just finding animals, rescuing them, doing the TNRs with the cats and things like that, and essentially finding them all forever homes if possible, and if not, finding another place where they could go safely for the rest of their life.
So without the brick and mortar, so you're just finding out about animals that don't have a home, and then you somehow find it.
And I work with other organizations that do have brick and mortar. So
Okay.
So I do my volunteering there, and then I know of different if one organization has an animal and I know somebody in another state, going back and forth between Florida and New York, that comes in very handy as well.
bet, yeah.
And we've also we provided transport many times, taking animals from one state and dropping them off in another state if it meant them getting to the right home. And again, just generating funds through different fundraising efforts and presenting checks to worthwhile organizations that I know are doing worthwhile things and that have a need specific.
Now, all right, I have a weird question.
Okay.
It seems like almost anybody I know that has adopted a pet, including myself, the dog is the animal either comes from Florida or Georgia. Like it just seems like everybody I know.
Carolina.
Sometimes. Yeah. But it seems like Florida or Georgia are the most. That seems to be the more common answers whenever I ask somebody, "Oh, where'd you get the dog?"
Yeah.
Is that, or is it just coincidental, or is there some truth to that?
Georgia and North Carolina, just because of the rural situation there, it's just so vast, and there does tend to be. Not as much education as far as how to responsibly own animals and care for them. There's a lot of animals released in the wild and the overbreeding and things like that. So they do tend to have a high kill rate as well, because they're just overbreeding in these animals, and then when they don't get sold, they end up being euthanized, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So those are very, very high kill. Situations in these particular states, these more southern states. And so the organizations that I work with, at least a few of them, and I'm sure there's so many more that I don't know about, but in New York, and also a couple in Florida, they will go down to these states, a few times a month and just clear out the shelters, take everyone off the kill list and just ship them back out, lots of times to Florida, lots of times to New Jersey, to New York, and whatnot. And that's where they end up in foster homes, and that's kind of like where I come in.
The Deep
a lot
South
of the times.
scares me, man. I bet they do the same with people. They're scary.
Yeah.
So just to give a little bit of color, only because we did the podcast with Marty Lyons.
Right. Yep.
Next week we have Last Chance Animal Rescue. They have 55 acres in Carlisle, South Carolina. Lori's Ark is a sponsor of that event.
Nice.
And this year Marty is going to be coming. And he just told us a story about his dog. But Marty, obviously, who was in here and did the podcast with us, he's going to be the special guest next Friday with Art Chamsky. So to give you an idea, they have rescued just this year 1,600 dogs and cats from South Carolina.
Jeez,
1,600. So what happens is they basically, unlike Florida, like the Humane Society in Port St. Lucie, every animal gets saved. Every animal, if they have them in the offices, they're so overloaded. And that's one of the organizations that Lori really helps. But in South Carolina, they basically bring a lot of these dogs to the jails or the prisons, and then who's not adopted gets euthanized. So this woman, Whitney, who used to be, first she was a model, then she was on Wall Street, and then she just dedicated her life to, she takes literally every animal. Wow. And Lori and I went down to the farm, And they've got ferals that live in the woods and just come and eat and go back to the woods. They've got play areas. Then they've got dogs you can't touch. But I mean, it's like a
So when
city.
Grandma told me as a kid that the dog went to the farm, that was true.
Yeah, dog went to the farm.
In this case, it would be correct.
But
Sorry,
it's
I had to
really
do it. Sorry.
No, all good.
Yeah, but we are so excited that that they're going to do a concert for us in Fort Pierce.
Right.
for
So
Lord
yeah,
is
let's
Art.
tie all this together. So
And-
when is this?
November 1st.
All right, and so Meatloaf, M-E-E-T, Loaf,
Correct.
is coming to you guys November 1st.
Yes.
To do a concert. It's a fundraiser,
It's a fundraiser.
but there's a little bit more involved here, right?
Yeah, we're also going to be showing the movie from one of our clients,
Yep.
which is Alan Nichols, who was one of the original Hanson brothers. He was Captain Johnny Upton.
Right.
And he actually, just to connect the dots, which is really a blessing, is he toured with Meatloaf and wrote and produced a biopic, which, Dead Ringer. And,
Right.
he's just the greatest guy. And out of nowhere, he's like, do you want to come to Fort Worth? No one's watched this movie in 50 years. Do you and Lori want to come down? And we came down and we enjoyed Alan for the day and saw the movie. And it was
So
just
explain
amazing.
that to me. So Dead Ringer is a Meatloaf song. That came out, but this movie
This
never came out. It
movie-
was made over 40 years ago, and it's
It
never
was
come
made
out.
almost 50 years ago, and it was made in conjunction with the release of his album.
Okay.
And then there was muddy, I'm sure you deal with it all the time. There was murky ownership, so they were in Manhattan with a full theater, and next thing you know, 5 minutes in, they came in and confiscated the movie, and it never saw the light of day.
That's crazy.
Everyone either ran out of money or died, and then he hadn't really looked at his contract in probably 20 or 30 years.
Right.
And then when Meatloaf passed away for COVID, he said, let me dig this thing out. And as he's going through it, he got a copy of the film. He just couldn't benefit monetarily. He could only do it for like charity or show it to his friends.
Wow.
So we're going to try to incorporate, a little private director cut showing and then lead right into the concert.
Nice.
And this place is like a bank from the 1920s that's been converted to like an event space with an art gallery.
I'm sorry, where in
underneath.
Florida did you say this is?
Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce, okay.
Fort Pierce. So
Wow.
So that's really it. So it's kind of like brought us all together, and
Yeah.
we're just so excited. We're excited for Mulcahy's tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, yep.
And excited to, we saw them twice in Florida, and to have them on Long Island.
Yeah, I
is
bet. Well, yeah,
just so
I've
awesome.
seen the videos. I mean, yeah, outstanding.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, both of them. Both of them.
Amazing talent, yes.
Yeah,
Amazing
just
talent.
amazing talent.
We are thrilled and excited and humbled
Yeah, and
to
their
have
shows
you
are
guys here.
just-
And
Yeah.
I hope you're going to come. I hope we.
that
tomorrow,
everyone-
yeah. I'll be there.
Okay.
I'm coming. Yeah.
That would be just awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking
So-
forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Do you guys, do you appreciate Meatloaf more? Like, are you excited about this movie, or are you just like, I sing the songs, man, that's
Yeah, well,
it?
we never really got to talk. What did you think of the movie?
We've seen snippets. I'm waiting for the whole band to get together so I can actually show
Yeah.
it to them. I told them all about it. Ariel and I have seen 5 minutes of it, and we're like, all right, we got to show the movie. We're
Okay.
super excited about this. I know Meatloaf fans out there would be clamoring
Yeah,
to see this.
sure.
Yeah, and we very much appreciate being able to perform his catalog now, and it's a blessing. Everything about being able to perform his catalog and meet his fans and do this as a family, everything is just, it's awesome.
There's definitely a deeper appreciation now, having performed his music
Sure,
for 8
yeah.
years, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
We're finding new wrinkles, new theatrical elements as we go along. It's great.
Do you do Dead Ringer for Love? Do you do that
do.
one? Yeah.
Wow.
And that was the duet with Cher, and she's in the movie too, right?
I believe so, yeah. And
Well,
I'm wondering, too, if Todd Rundgren was with him at that point.
I think he just did the one album, though, Bad Out of Hell, didn't he?
Yeah,
did.
but I think he may have been. I have to
He
ask
was still
Alan.
around for that? Okay.
I have to ask Alan. But it's really interesting that we got this far, because when I first emailed Benny, I'm like, he's just going to think like I'm some crazy person,
Oh, so you just contacted him out of nowhere and
Yeah,
said...
because after we did the whole thing with Alan, Alan's like, we got to make this bigger. We need like a Meatloaf band. And I looked and I found they were the best ones. So I'm like, Alan, I'm going to email the guy. Let me see what happens.
The best
you know,
ones, and they're in Florida, no less.
And so was I, yeah. So
Yeah,
they got
yeah.
back to us, and then, we saw them in Jupiter, Florida. Then we saw them in Boca, and here we are.
Wow.
So it's kind of like this is almost like, with all the sports stuff, like this is like a whole looking at something with a different set of eyes.
Sure.
You know, so it's not like doing my celeb podcast in here, and it's not Jeter and
Right.
Mariano and Victor Cruz now. Like, so this is like almost more exciting than like what I was doing. You know, so and then when you incorporate rescue, and I know, didn't your mom foster?
Yep.
Oh, is that right?
She foster fails all the time. she gets a dog, and she's like, I'm keeping him.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
I just wanted to say that
Oh,
we also rescued a cat recently.
Oh.
We rescued a kitten, which is at home now in my house, plus 2 dogs, and I fostered some pit bulls from Pit Bull Rescue from fights in Florida. So they are
Nice.
all animals.
We're all in it. Which
I had a pit. It was the best dog I ever had.
Best dog. Sweet.
Best dog I
Best
ever
dog.
had. I still miss that son of a bitch. He's been dead 8
So-
years.
See the abuse, honestly, it's horrible what they do to
Oh,
these
sorry.
fight
Yeah.
dogs.
Sorry.
Horrible.
That's right. So yeah. So
But,
again,
I also just wanted to brag
No,
one
go
more
ahead.
second about
Brag.
how amazing they are at the show Meatloaf. A lot of people don't know that, and it was recorded 3 times the speed. So to be able to play it is a miracle. To be able to play it as well as they play it is like beyond.
All right, let's back up. What was recorded at 3 times the speed?
Bad out of hell.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Post production, they sped it up.
Yeah.
Oh.
So to find players that can play it and sing along,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm mother-in-law, so I'm bragging, but this is for real. It's insane. Like,
Yeah,
how
that
amazing
actually
it is.
kind of lessens Meatloaf's talent because because they sped it up later. He's singing it at a lower key, but now you're out there doing the real thing. So you're better than
Doing the
Meatloaf.
hard work.
well, I'm so excited to hear about the kitty rescues because about, I guess, 3 weeks ago, Lori said we have a kitty rescue. There was like 5 kitties in the woods, and I'm like, all right, sounds great. You know, I figure I'm going to see her off, and she's like, what are you doing? I go, well, where's like your rescue team? She goes, oh, you're the rescue team. I'm like, all right, so out we went, and we got 4 kitties, and they were like Siamese. They might even be purebred, but they're in the woods. Then we caught the mama. Then I don't know. We weren't keeping them caged properly in the car, so I'm going down 95. And I have the mama on the steering wheel, like purring, going, "Meow, meow." I'm like, Lori, we just had a pretty bad accident. I got the mama purring at me, you know. So that was one. And then the other one, and again, I'd love to brag about Lori, was we literally put together a guy with his dog he hadn't seen in 3 years, and the drive was straight from Port St. Lucie to Staten Island. And this guy, James, right, was his name, James. And this was a pit mix, and I had my Bernedoodle in the front seat next to him, and they were growling at each other the whole way.
Oh,
they were growling and then sleeping. I'm like, this is going to be rough. And then it all ended with, the dog coming out of the car. The guy hadn't seen the dog since it was a puppy, and he's crying, and Lori's crying, and so there really is some, it's
This
and
is
the
great
thing
stuff.
about it, and I think you all said it. It's either a dog or cat at a time. You're not saving everyone in one fell swoop. And the fundraiser, she did this summer, went to like kitty formula for the Humane Society. So, it's literally do what you can.
Yeah.
And,
right.
And it's a blessing to be able to help and draw off of her passion and.
No, it's a great thing you're doing. Absolutely. How many dogs are you guys up to?
We had 3. Unfortunately, our Chihuahua passed away.
Oh, sorry.
Just
I
a
didn't
few
know
months
that.
back.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Sorry.
So we're down to 2 right now, but
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
we're
there'll be
close.
more.
We're very close, and we have a cat as well.
Right.
We have
All
a cat
rescues.
as well, and we're probably going to foster once we're settled. Like we're in New York for the summer,
Right.
And when we get back to Florida, we will definitely, foster or foster fail, and it's just, I think our goal and everyone's goal is just. Our dogs sleep in our bed.
Yeah, sure.
They literally rule the roost, and
Yes,
I think
they do.
for everyone, it's just to not have a dog wake up in a crate, and it's never, And we certainly, when we go to this thing Friday, we don't even. You see people like Whitney, and you see the 1,600 dogs, and they're flying them, and you see the work people do, and it's humbling.
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely.
humbling. But at some point, we'll get to that point. But we got to start somewhere. And now the biggest fundraiser we're ever going to do is going to be this concert in November, and it's going to just be something, doing what we love with people that we really admire.
How many people does this place hold down there?
Like 150 to 200.
Okay. Nice.
But they're also they like intimate settings, so
Sure.
I think we're better off where, we could really get the message across with less people.
Okay.
So
it's fantastic. All right, so we're talking about Meatloaf. We're talking about the concert, but you also mentioned, Derek Jeter. You were throwing out all your fancy Yankee names. You worked with Phil Rizzuto.
I did.
Who did the Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
And it's a story for another podcast, but I was with this company for 16 years. And
okay.
Phil Rizzuto came within a whisker of getting me fired. It's a long
really?
It's a long story.
All right.
Because he needed like $5,000 for his SAG pension. So I wound up having him do a PC Richard commercial for the $5,000.
Okay.
And then I didn't realize, because I was a kid, I didn't realize production costs. I'm running it on ABC, and it was wind up going to cost, like, we gave Phil Rizzuto $5,000, and the whole thing cost like $500,000.
Oh my goodness!
So it was in a sense a blessing, because I got called in on a Friday where they went over all the numbers and everybody beat me up, and I figured that was it. And then 2 weeks later, they wanted to do 3 more. So a lot happened, and they're like, that Phil Rizzuto thing, we want to do a bunch more. I'm like, all right, I guess the $500,000 didn't matter.
Yeah, well, they're like, Rizzuto comes cheap. He's only $5,000.
Yeah, but I was working with Phil, was my client at the time of, the Meatloaf song. So
rumor. The story is he was pissed once he realized what it was actually for.
Yes,
right?
yeah, he was pissed about everything. He was just very, very cantankerous.
Really?
I mean, one of the things was,
he
goes, we had a lot of bad news in the paper today. I go, what happened? He goes, well, you got the Post? I go, no, not with me. He goes, well, they wrote in there, I'm the oldest living Hall of Famer. That can't be very good. But 94 was when he finally got into the hall, and
right.
We did a lot of stuff. He wound up becoming like a PC Richard spokesperson.
Yeah, I remember.
Becoming, he would go to the PC golf outing every year with AJ, and it was just a great guy. So I mean, when you really think about and you connect all the dots,
sure.
You're saving a kitty, and we got Phil Rizzuto, and we got Alan, and we got the movie, and it's just all. I think God just, puts everything together. Like, I kind of feel like it's all meant to be.
Well said. Well said. Absolutely.
We prayed outside a little bit before we came. We were praying, and then her mother called.
A lot of people pray before they come in here.
Hold on. Say amen quick. My mother's calling.
That's great.
Yeah.
But did he actually? Did you ever have any conversation with him about the Meatloaf? About the song?
Yeah, and you're right. He didn't know what he did not realize what he was doing. He did not, and he was not really thrilled about it. But it was what it was. But he also from doing the games at night, like he liked still like everyone else. He just liked still being relevant. You know what I mean? So
sure.
Whether it was announcing the Yankee games, and as you're with these guys I've had some clients 25, 30 years, and when they get to that part where they're like no longer, feel relevant.
Sure.
It's a tough time.
So, it's got to be, especially when you're a Yankee of all things. That in all sports, that's the highest level.
Yeah.
And then that's got to be.
I mean, I'm fine not being relevant, so it works for me.
Yeah, I've never been.
I'm totally fine not being relevant. I'll go on a kitty rescue and have a dog and whatever, but it's like
all right, so we have about 10 minutes to go. Everybody's good. You're hanging in.
Totally good. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. This is great. I don't want to bring the mood down, but it's been a weird week. There's been a lot of celebrity deaths. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy, Hulk Hogan this morning, and then Chuck Mangione today died as well.
Chuck Mangione.
So I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know if anybody had anything they wanted to say. I don't know if you dealt with any of these guys.
I knew Hulk extremely well.
Oh, did you?
Extremely well. We had Hulk as a client. Through Darren Prince Darren Prince, who is a good friend of ours. So he had Magic, and he had Chevy Chase, and he had Hulk Hogan, and he actually just went on a tour across the country with Hulk's new beer.
Oh.
Hulk released this new beer and went around the country. But, I think the whole heart attack thing and the sudden thing is really, really hard. So
yeah, sure. Regardless of how old you are,
you know,
Chuck too. He said he just died in his sleep.
Yeah, he just Chuck. Yeah, and that's it, man. And the older you get, the more people, you lose. And with me, like with sports, and you lose Rizzuto, and you lose Whitey Ford, and you lose Coach Knight, and you lose Bob Gibson, and and now Ryan Sandberg is,
just
on the
about
ropes.
Yes.
I mean, it's just. I mean, it's I guess you got to live your life. You got to have fun, and and the thing about it is, like for me, to be the son of a truck driver in the Bronx, and then to be able to have like a seat at the table with these people is such a it's just such a blessing, and then to be able to for us to be married, and for us to we love going to concerts, and we just went to Lauren Daigle at Hard Rock.
I don't know who is that?
Christian singer.
Oh, okay.
And Jeremy Camp, and it's
all right,
just,
him I've heard of. Okay.
Our favorite concert is Meatloaf, though.
Is that right?
It really is. And now that we feel connected, like we loved it when when all it was 2 emails, and come down to Jupiter, and I still loved it, and then. Now it's really changed. It's changed the landscape, and
I hear you.
Hopefully, taking advantage of some of my relationship capital,
right?
Which I have a little bit of. Still.
He's a good man to know. Just so you know, just throwing that out there. Be nice to him.
You got
it. I'm getting the impression you might be an Ozzy guy.
Yeah. So actually, we throw out a little bit of Ozzy in our show. Our bassist has an Ozzy song he does, and we also do a little bit of Crazy Train.
Nice.
So we basically tease the audience at the end. We're like, no more. We don't have any more popular Meatloaf songs left, and we throw out an Ozzy song. We throw out a few other songs, but Ozzy
that's cool.
Biting the head off the bat, and then we've got Bat Out of Hell. We married the two a little bit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that'll get a good response tomorrow night.
Sure.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's that whole thing was amazing to me. He was able to do his the fair. We excuse me. I've been comparing it. We had a few months ago a popular comedian on the local scene dying of cancer. She beat it once, and then about a year ago, I guess it came back, and the doctors told her pretty much this isn't going to work out. 67 years old, and they put together a little benefit for her at the club. And it was a Saturday night, and I remember hearing the day before that she might not even survive, in time to do the show. I was like, oh. But not only did she make it, but she actually did manage to get up on stage, and she did her set, and the place was going crazy. And then when she finished her set, she then stayed on stage and was, thanking everybody, and most of the crowd, almost all the crowd, people that knew her to some degree, whether it's family, friends, other comedians. And she referred to it as a living wake. And I had never heard that term before, but I'm like, how great is that? Like, what a great term. And it's an emotional night. Everybody's upset. But at the same time, you're getting this opportunity to say goodbye instead of, after they're gone. Like, that's kind of the way it should be. If you're going, you get to have some conversations or at least say goodbye. So it was very interesting. And then she actually, that was back in April, I think. She actually just passed about a month ago. But it was the same with this Ozzy thing. He just did that concert, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And
they said it was a farewell thing, and then, here we are 2 weeks later. I'm just amazed by stuff like that. It blows me away.
Well, these are big names. I mean, Hulk Hogan, when you really think about that, and you think about Ozzy and Chuck Mangione, and I mean, I didn't really watch The Cosby Show. That was probably more. Lori is much younger than me.
Well, he's kind of bragging about that.
I am very lucky. I am very lucky.
We're getting a lot of love today. She's, talking about how much she loves her mom on the road. You're saying, wow, is everybody fighting and now they're kissing up? Is that what's going on? All right, so it is just about time for us to go. Tell us where, the social media, the website, like where can everybody find you, all that good stuff.
Meatloaftribute.com, but MEET.
So meatloaftribute.com, but they have to spell it
MEET.
Right, okay. Right. Okay. And you're on, Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff too?
We've got all the social media on there linked. So once you get to the site, that's kind of the central hub, at least for Meatloaf. Yeah, okay, I'm just making sure.
Now, and you guys do it all. So what? You're running the social media?
I've got my uncle behind the scenes. My uncle helps with some of the website edits, but ultimately I do most of the social media. And
that in itself is hard work, man. I am totally lost with that stuff.
She's great with it.
Yeah. All right. Very nice.
We've had a couple of interesting posts this week, Lori and I.
Oh yeah. Involved nudity? What are we talking about? He just the way he was like.
We were at a country concert in the middle of nowhere, and we did the Coldplay thing, and it got quite a bit of activity.
That's fantastic.
They said we got caught at a concert that was not Meatloaf. We need forgiveness.
Those, definitely need forgiveness. But those people, I don't know what are they thinking. That was a weird,
I don't know,
thing. But and I love like social media. I mean, everybody's going after these too. But I have to admit, some of it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Even
it's okay if you show Lori and I tomorrow night. We're married. We're married to each other.
I'm bringing a buddy of mine, so don't put the camera on. Nothing personal, but
there's a joke online that's like, Coldplay hasn't made singles for years.
They made two that night.
They made 2 singles.
They were trending to like number 1 on like their songs. I can't even say it. Tell a Coldplay. I don't even know a Coldplay song.
That definitely boosted the band's visibility.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, true. Imagine it was all set up. All right, and same thing. Give us all the socials, the website. Where they where they can all find you.
Info at Lori's Ark. It's LORI.
Okay.
Info at lorisark.com and also .org. Either or, they go to the same place.
Okay.
And Lori's Ark Insta and just Lori's Ark on Facebook.
Okay, I got the logo. It's showing on here the whole time. So Lori's Ark, we save. It's the ark with the hands. So I have that. That's been on here the whole time.
Beautiful, thank you.
I saw that the website wasn't listed there, so I had to ask. Is there anything I missed that you wanted to promote, talk about?
Long Island people, Mulcahy's tomorrow. Make it happen.
Well, this is being posted tomorrow morning, so it's tonight. Go to Mulcahy's tonight and see a great band. All right, it is time to sign off. I do have to do my, I have to promote the club. So
of course.
Go see the great Meatloaf band. However, if you want to see comedy, there's a lot going on at Governor's this weekend. Let's see. Colin Jost is here tonight. So not tonight, Friday night. Yeah, I saw you got all excited. So this is being posted tomorrow morning. Friday morning. So Friday night, Colin Jost, right here at Governor's in Levittown. Let's see. In the Giga Room, Tom Egan, Nadia Smirnova. On Saturday, Mark Gagnon is in the Giga Room. At the Brokerage in Belmore, Joey Vega. That's Friday night. Saturday night, Saku Ali, Ivory Fields, Christy Miller, Powerhouses playing the Brokerage Saturday night. McGuire's out in Bohemia tonight, Friday. Joey Cola. At McGuire's. Joey Vega is there Saturday night, and Howard Moore is doing a late show after Joey Cola at McGuire's Friday night. govs.com, govs.com to see the full schedule and make some reservations to some great comedy shows. Of course, Knock 'em Dead Comedy. Check out knockemdeadcomedy.com to see our schedule. We got some dates in the fall. We'll be at McGuire's in Bohemia in December. Of course, we got, don't forget, Tony Walker and Friends, October 4th, right here in the Giga Room. That's going to be a fun show. And don't forget, at the Belmore Showplace, August 1st through 10th, A Bronx Tale is playing. And some of the proceeds go to the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit. The Nassau County Special Needs Unit is the only special needs unit of in the whole country. It's the only PAL with a special needs unit in the whole country. So it's a worthy cause. I'm pushing it because I'm going to brag here. I am the president. Thank you. Thank you.
Tony.
Thank you very much. So, some of the proceeds are going to the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit. It's a Bronx Tale. Chaz Palmentieri will be there on August 2nd. August 2nd only. He will be there doing a Q&A. So, yeah, be sure to check that out. I'm showing some of your tour dates one more time. I still can't believe this. I mean, you guys are playing everywhere.
He's the main hustler.
Yeah, absolutely. But good for you, man. You guys are kicking some butt. So, all right, and then today's Friday. So, Donversations tonight at 8 o'clock. And then Sunday night, we will be in here live from the green room. We'll be talking to whatever the comedians that'll be hanging out here. So that's Friday night at probably 7:30, 8 o'clock. We'll post and let you know. All right, that'll do it. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Very much. Thank you, all you guys. It's good to see you guys.
You too.
And yeah, I'll see you guys. See you guys tonight at Mulcahy's.
Mulcahy's.
All right, it is. We're getting out of here. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Friday, and we'll see you later.
You could